Hello, everybody, and welcome back to St. Clair Saints Rocket League action. I'm John Billbanks Neiman, joined by Jack Pie Brown, and we saw St. Clair in that last losers round 6, 2-0. Their opponent team, we haven't seen them 2-0 at all today. It's been all 3-game series, so nice to have a little bit of extra confidence there now that you swept your opponent to move on to the next series and losers.
Yeah, and you know what? Like all these best of threes, like going to game threes that we've seen, have been a lot of overtime too.
Yeah.
So they've been very lengthy, close-knit games. And honestly, yes, it's nice to get that 2-0 there, but as they advance further in these loser brackets, especially against UNH upcoming here now, it's going to get a little tougher, right? You're going to probably see game threes a little bit more here once again, or even potential 2-0s for the opposing team if they're playing on the ball or something like that. But the thing is, here now in this lower side of the bracket, this is lower round 7, and they have to win 4 more series, I think, to get that top 8 positioning. Or it's like 3 or 4 more series, and they will be in there and secured. So that's where they are looking to head, but they're still a long way, and that's the thing with dropping down to the losers. It was a really tough one to drop up there in the side of the winner's side of the bracket up there. So now down in here, they will be playing University of New Hampshire. I can't say it, man. I can't say it. It's all you, man. I can't. But
New Hampshire.
Yeah, that is going to be the next matchup coming up here. And honestly, I don't have a crazy amount of intel on this roster, but if they're so far, pretty far in this bracket, I believe they've got to be obviously a competing team, right?
For sure, and I mean, for St. Clair, you did end up winning 2-0. Yes, it was a pretty solid victory, but like you said, the further you go in the bracket, the more challenging teams are going to be. And here we go. We're going to start us up losers round number 7, St. Clair Green versus University of New Hampshire, and hopefully it's a banger.
100%, and still these best of threes is definitely making things interesting because there's, like I said, I've said it at the beginning of every
so much
single
volatility.
series. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's Rocket League best of threes are so scary, and a nice shot from Nitrix just going to go off the crossbar, really close to actually finding the back of that net early into this game number 1. And I'm saying it over and over again, I feel like it is so big to find early momentum for either of these teams.
Yeah, that first goal makes such a huge difference, especially in a game like this, and it looks like New Hampshire is going to strike first. Reman. Tenser. We're going to go with Reman, I think.
Reman. My boy Reman. Let's go. Reman, got to find that goal for University of New Hampshire. I can't do it.
University of
I'm
New
UNH.
Hampshire.
It's UNH. It's going to be the side of St. Clair now looking to answer back 40 seconds into this one. I mean, that's a good early goal there if you are from UNH. And, I mean, at this point in time, sent over here towards midfield. And that is going to be a trickle into the net. Ramen going to connect onto that one. Nice assist from Kamal. I think that was pretty much all Kamal. Yeah, that's actually pretty much all UNH player. Kamal going to get that one on target. Off the post, Ramen just going to tip it back in. If Ramen wasn't there, though, that wouldn't have gone in. So good stuff. 1-1.
Stopped on that one because I thought Ramen was going to miss the net on that one. It was actually really close. So in the end, does score that one. But it is a good answer here. And we see both teams kind of filling out their opponent. But we've seen it throughout this bracket. The scores have come a lot faster here in these game ones. And then it kind of falls off, and you get this kind of mid-game where, what is going on right now? Ball is trickling in the crease, but doesn't go in. So dangerous play to start us off, and this definitely feels like a little bit different than the first series.
Yeah, for sure, and we do have a triple commit on the goal there, and it is going to be a good save there. I never like triple commits in the net, like unless it's like really needed, but it works out there as the rebound does come through from UNH. So, minute and 20 through this one. Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of early goals and maybe another here. It is. That's Kamal. Nice last touch on that. Going to get the redirect. That's going to put St. Clair now up 2-1. And honestly, St. Clair has looked like they've started to actually really tune up their play style here in the last couple series.
I feel like this game has been very, very scrappy for both of these teams. I feel like there's just been so many small mistakes they're making early on, and they are just kind of filling out their opponents. Again, it is early on in the series. You have a lot of time. You have at least one more game after this one for both of these teams, so you can take a little bit of time. Try and figure out what play style you're going to go for. If you want to go for that more defensive style or you want to go for the more explosive offensive one, you have a lot of time to decide how you want to play it out.
Oh yeah, 100%. All I know is that a 1-goal lead is not comfortable enough here for the Saints right now, especially with the time that we see remaining on the clock. So all the offense still going to need to stay intact here for them, and they're doing a good job of that. It's going to stay in the UNH zone here for now, I think for the last 30 seconds or so, and the shots have been fairly rapid off the cars here now from St. Clair. So they're looking to continue to play this one, but I think that is going to be the side of UNH. Maybe able to get a clear, maybe not. Kamal, and they are just battling for it. Midfield. Nick, though, going to have an opportunity to espresso, not able to find that one.
Depresso, espresso, I like it. So here we are, losers round 7, 2-1 scoreline here, almost halfway through this game, and it has calmed down a little bit. Scoring has slowed up since the beginning of the game here, but I think for both these teams, definitely an explosive start. And, a demo on the goal line there. Kamal going to take down Depresso there. Ramen looking for an opportunity, but not going to find it here. Will be turned away. So both teams with chances, not able to put them back in the net yet.
Yeah, it's so hard to watch those goals from that angle because, like, you don't know if that one's slowly trickling in. You don't know if it's going to end up in or what is happening there. But St. Clair still maintaining their lead. We're about another minute past. So time burned is benefiting St. Clair kind of right now. But the thing is like the 1-goal lead could just be killed at the last 30 seconds. Next thing you know, it's a tie game and you have no time to answer back yourself. So, I mean, it's a win-lose case scenario here kind of for St. Clair if they want to just kind of maintain this lead or get a little bit more aggressive on the offense, try to build it still more. I mean, overall, it's still lots of time, though. I
think that's where you want to go for. You're talking about the fact that you can get some offense here when you have the lead is so huge because if you can find that second goal, it gives you a little bit more safety and it makes you feel so much better about, like, you don't have to make sure you're not making any mistakes in your play. You kind of have this flexibility. You can go for more risk-reward play style. Oh, nice dribble there, but not going to make it past the side of St. Clair.
Oh, Nitrix going to miss that one there, but Ramen able to just pick it up, but a demo does come through to actually translate UNH onto the offense. A good pass, but Kamal not able to get up there to reach it, but Ramen going to come through, and that's a shot on net. Going to be quickly defended, though, from Depresso Espresso, and it is going to be Kamal now playing this one towards the midfield, but sent towards St. Clair territory now with only a minute on the clock. This is getting a little bit scary.
They do have to find the back and then here sometime soon if you decided UNH. You're not going to want to let this momentum translate into game number 2. Nick with an chance here. Nitrix going to turn him away, though. Looking for someone in the middle here. Can he center this for his teammate? Going to go for it himself. Not going to find it, though. And Nitrix has found a couple of times where he's gone off the backboard, off the side. Oh, Depresso Espresso going to score that goal just inside the right post there. Just under a minute remaining here. Ties it all up. That is huge.
Right here. This is the tip that's big. Boom. Because that's going to just really push it inside and really just secure that goal there. UNH tying things up now 2-2, but a lot of time still here to go. And St. Clair's been good on the offense. They've had some great opportunities. They've just been having a tough time sometimes having to get by these defenders once again. And we're going to see if they are able to sneak anything through in these final 45 seconds. But the next team to score a goal is going to have a massive advantage here in the series or potentially just close out the game.
Yeah, for sure. It is going to be massive here. 30 seconds remaining for these teams trying to find the back of the net here. We might be sent to another overtime here. We've had so many overtimes today for St. Clair. It wouldn't be surprising to see them in another one. I think they can definitely clutch it up here. Kamal with a chance to turn them away, but isn't able to do it there. Ramen will be able to clear this one, or might be able to clear this one out. Ramen sitting in net here, just waiting for the ball to come to him. 17 seconds left. Can a team find the back of the net, or are we going overtime?
Big demos. It's a center, but nobody there to play off for St. Clair. Now 10 seconds, and we've seen so much overtime today. What's one more at this point here, John? So 3 seconds, unless a team can find a goal in these next few seconds, which looks like it's going to be a pretty difficult task. We are going to see the end of this one. That's going to touch the ground. Overtime getting underway, and what's new here? Everybody lining up and getting started. Next goal going to find game 1, and game 1's a big one here in this series.
Yeah, for sure. We're looking for an early goal here in overtime for St. Clair. I think once they get to those extended overtimes, they can perform well, but we saw a heartbreaker against McGill in that last overtime they had, so definitely trying to get some redemption here, trying to find their way through this one, trying to redeem themselves and put themselves further up, getting themselves a game up. Sean on net there will be turned away, but early opportunities here for UNH.
Yeah, Kamal coming through with a big save in that play, and he is actually going to get demoed through from Nick, but it is in UNH territory, so it is all up to St. Clair to see how they can do it with this one on the offense. Some boost is grabbed from Nick, though he's trying to use this to his advantage. Will not be able to find it, though, and so here we go. Now, there's still going to be this, 3-on-3 action. It's going to be full, everybody ready to go here, and it's just midfield bouncing around, and about a minute through this overtime, it's going to be crazy once we find this goal.
Still haven't found any real good quality chances for either team yet. Haven't really found an opportunity to put it in the back of the net. Pass towards the middle here, not going to find anyone in. And a lot of just bouncing around midfield. Again, these teams not wanting to make any kind of big mistake there, give the other team an opportunity to put it towards the net. So they are playing a little bit safer, just trying to see where each other are going to mess up.
Yeah, for sure. But, these two teams, they've been playing so much today. They've been when practicing so much and they're all warm, there's not going to be a lot of mistakes coming through, especially with teams of this skill level now in play. So we do see a lot happening. Nitrix will be the one to center this one up, and that's a shot opportunity, but quickly defended from Nick. And that was, Nick isn't there. That's a goal there for the side of St. Clair. So really good defense there from the side of UNH. Now it is going to be St. Clair back on the defense this time around.
And Riemann there actually tipped it to his goalie in the net. Like, he doesn't get that tip. That goes over Nick's head, and that goes right in the net. So just a great bounce there, lucky bounce there for UNH to keep them in this game and keep this one in overtime. Almost 2 minutes through here. haven't found the back of the net for either of these teams yet. Both of them having small opportunities, but haven't really been able to get any great quality chances just yet, except for that one by St. Clair. So I'm looking for one of them to try opening up here, try going for a little bit more riskier play, trying to find the back of the net, because that's really going to make what the difference here in OT.
Yeah, so far it's just clear back and forth, and you know, we're about almost 1.5 times through the regulation time here in this game, so both teams are desperately fighting for it. It's going to be tough to lose if you, you know, invested so much time and energy and, you know, all your momentum and stuff into this game. So both teams desperately wanting this one. It's going to help you so much in the series as well. So we're going to see what's going to come through here, but no goals in the last, like, what is that been, like 3-4 minutes?
Quite a while yet since you've seen a goalie here. This is going to be a shot on net. Nitrix trying to turn the goalie away as well, but Riemann able to turn that one back towards the St. Clair half. Depresso, will put towards the middle. Oh, that's dangerous. Kamal does it end up clearing it out, and Ramen with now a chance opportunity along the sidewall here. He can find someone in the middle here. Going to try and clear out the goalie. Going to give his teammate an opportunity, but no one going to be there.
Yeah,
that is so sad.
That was a great opportunity, just not enough. And, you know, he did a really good job of just letting that ball trickle behind him. He was driving in front of that ball. There's hit away any defenders that were going to come and try to stop that play. It was the good thought process. It was a good effort. I love everything about that play. Just not going to find the back of the net. You just need someone centered there and ready for it, like Nitrix is now, but will not be able to connect. Kamal going to try to send this one down here as well, but not going to go. This overtime is getting super intense here right now, John.
I really like the fact that St. Clair's identified the fact that UNH like to stack their goalies in net when going for the offensive pushes. So instead of going for a touch to beat the goalie, what they'll do is they'll push it in. They'll send someone in to take out the goalie, whether it be by bumping them or demoing them, and then they'll go for a shot or a pass to their teammates. So they've identified how UNH like to save the ball, and they've actually kind of weakened them out and given themselves some good quality chances. That's going to be a nice demo, though.
That's a big one.
We'll stop them on the offensive end here.
Yeah, but Nick coming through. He's on a breakaway, but good stuff for Ramen to come through and save that one. Nick going to get the demo on him, though. Now Kamal trying to put this into UNH territory. We're almost doubling up on game time here. Now, no goals have been scored in the last 5 minutes here. It's been strictly defense, strictly clearing, back and forth. Some good shots we've seen, but we can't see anything getting capitalized on as of yet. No net has been found.
Yeah, unbelievably, we are 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this overtime. No one has found the back of the net, and I definitely feel like throughout this overtime, it's gotten a lot scrappier. We've seen a lot of demos here coming through in the last couple of minutes, and this is when the teams are trying to take chances because, you know, you get to this point in the game, you're almost double your original time. This is when you kind of just want to move on to the next one. You're so tired of playing this one through. This is going to be a shot on net. Nitrix not able to get that one through, though. That unfortunately does not hit the back of the net. And again, St. Clair with a good opportunity, but not able to put that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of opportunities like that here today, just not able to connect fully on it. Kamal going to keep the play alive, though, and it is going to be a center coming through down right onto those players. But yeah, the center player is not there. Another shot coming through, and St. Clair's just been doing way better job here finding these shots in overtime. It's just I got a bad feeling about it right now because UNH, all it takes is one good really strong shot, and St. Clair may overcommit to this offense a little too hard here in a bit, and I'm getting pretty worried, to be honest.
Shots are coming through here. Shot going to come through. That's going to go right in. Ramen finds the back of the net. 5 minutes and 13 seconds into overtime, and that is going to be St. Clair taking game number 1, and that is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime. Ramen managed to get that one in the back of the net. That is huge for them.
Yeah, I 100% agree, John, once again. So we are going to have to reconnect that party, a little bit of connections which is there. I mean, maybe it's because we were in a 5-minute overtime, who knows, but Ramen! Big goal is going to come through. I mean, it was only a matter of time, right? And that's got to be a momentum booster and a momentum killer for UNH. But it's going to be St. Clair now leading 1-0 on the series. So big here to have that advantage. Now UNH is forced to win 2 in a row. Not going to be an easy task. And it was just a massive win here now for that one. So we are going to be getting ready to hop into our game number 2 here. And we're already in it and started. These players just want to get right at it here, John.
I definitely felt like at the end of that game, St. Clair just has so much pressure on the offense. We saw them shot after shot after shot, and UNH playing some good defense to turn them away, but it just felt like it was inevitable that St. Clair was going to score at that point. It just New Hampshire did not have an answer for them anywhere on that board.
I'm going to try it again. New Hampshire. Okay.
You got it.
We got it.
You got it. You're good.
It's a practice and it's a trial and error type of thing. But with that being said, it is now going to be bouncing in front of the New Hampshire net, and St. Clair trying to find a goal off of it, but will not be able to find anything. Kamal been doing very good about stopping these aerial plays coming through from UNH. Usually uses his aerial arsenal on the offense, but it's been really showing dividends on the defensive side today as well.
Yeah, for sure. And always a good defense means a good offense. That's how it works. So if you can show up yourself on the defensive end, you give yourself more offensive opportunities here. But no goal scored almost a minute in. This looks starkly different than that first game did.
Ramen just saved that one from inside of his net. There's a big save there from St. Clair. Nitrix trying to translate this to the offense, but it will not go to Presso. Espresso going to be the one carrying the ball here now throughout this one as well. So sent over to the corner. Kamal trying to play off. This one's going to dribble in front of St. Clair net, but will be sent away from Kamal and up and along the wall. Now Ramen trying to play off this one. He has an opportunity, but he does also get the demo actually. Nick going to quickly clear this one though to the other side of the field, but it's going to be Kamal, the one who's trying to keep this play alive. The shot going to come through from Nitrix. Not able to connect on that one fully though.
Yeah, no goals here in the first minute and a half, and we saw at this point, I think there was 5 goals scored in that first game, so both teams have gotten
5 goals,
to each other.
but 4 of them were in the first, 3 minutes of that game. Yeah. Since then, we've had, 10 minutes of play with, 1 goal scored lately here now. So it's been a really slowed down on the pace, but Ramen, he's a monster today, John.
He found the back of the net there, a beautiful clean shot through the middle. Able to beat the goalie, and you were talking about it's kind of slowed down here. I think both teams have identified what each other's weaknesses are, how to play around each other, and St. Clair has been able to take advantage of it, scoring the last couple goals here in the last few minutes. And New Hampshire just haven't really found a lot of good offensive opportunities. I think they just haven't been able to create offense for themselves here. They've just been pressured in their own zone so much they can't force anything forward, and it's really been a struggle for them to find any kind of opportunities.
So now being up in this game too, 1-0 is a drastic favor in your advantage now to at least have that on your kind of card set, like your hand, right? You actually can, just sit here and try to play off this lead a little bit. Obviously, you're going to keep the offense going. Obviously, you're still going to be firing away your shots, but you feel a little bit more comfortable now, right? Because if you're at this point, UNH, they have to score a goal to force an OT. They have to win that OT. They have to win the game to, aka winning the OT, and then they have to find another one, but it's not going to be easy. Now there's going to be 2 goals behind. Ramen picks up a second, and we're only halfway through this one. St. Clair really starting to turn up on the offense and the defense.
Ramen is cooking today.
Yeah,
he's
for
cooking.
Sure. He's cooking up some ramen. Yeah. I want to join him. I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
I was going to say, I'm like, I know you're starving right now.
I've been talking about food all day.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So, in the end, Ramen picks up another goal. St. Clair extends their lead to 2-0. And for how this series has been looking in the last little bit, it definitely is huge for them because there hasn't been a ton of goals scored, and New Hampshire just hasn't really seemed to find any kind of rhythm, right? They've just been pressured in their own zone for the majority of this second game. They haven't really found any kind of chances, and it just seems like every time they get the ball out, it's just returned back into their favor, and the clear just doesn't really mean anything.
The aerial defense from St. Clair is on another level right now. That's why we're seeing this ball stay in the zone so much, because usually UNH is going to try to send it fast, really aggressive shot, and high on the wall. Those are the best opportunities you have to clear, but St. Clair has been playing so far up in the air and so high and around every part of the map that it's making it so difficult for UNH to get past these 2 lines of defenders and to actually connect on a goal. Now with only a minute 35 remaining, if they were only trailing by 1, not as much of a concern, but with them being down by 2, this makes things very much so more concerning for UNH.
Yeah, they just need to find the back of the net one time, because in the last, 15 minutes of play combining those 2 games, they've gotten 2 goals. So I think they just need to find some kind of offensive rhythm. They need to figure out how to get past this midfield defense here by St. Clair, because right now it seems like they're just stacking on the goalie box, and when you only have a minute remaining and you're down 2 goals, you can't afford to stack the goalie box. You need to start triple committing, double committing, trying to find these offensive opportunities and give yourself some kind of way back into this game.
Yeah, especially now that we don't even have a minute remaining on the clock. It's all coming down to seconds at this point in time. This might be an opportunity for a goal, and it's going to go off the crossbar. That's so unfortunate for Nick. I hate saying that word during broadcast. I really do. But that one is just one of those ones where it's like, man, you wish you had that shot back. You would have just touched it a little bit lighter and not sent it as high up there. And with that being said, that's going to take us down to 35 seconds. And you know what? That might have been the opportunity to put UNH back in this game. It's not going to go, and it's honestly looking like a St. Clair W.
Yeah, and even if that shot goes in, not only is it better for your team because you're only in a 1-goal deficit, but you finally get some offense going, you finally get some momentum, and you feel like you're back in this game. But right now, with 20 seconds left in the ball in their own zone, I really don't think they have a chance to do that. Ball going to be centered here. Will be cleared out, actually. The Espresso might have a chance here, but no boost. Really. There's just nothing they can do. Demo going to come through here for one player. Demo from Nick going to come through as well. That's a shot on net there, and Riemann will find the back of the net, so 5 seconds left. There's a chance.
There's a chance, and we've seen 5-second goals. The thing is what I think UNH is going to do, I don't think they're going to score in the 5 seconds, but I think their opportunity is going to be to play keep up and then try to smack one in last second. But I think one thing that's really helped St. Clair take this lead and just hold it a little bit is the scrappiness that you said that we've seen, is the demos, the just getting involved, just running into players like Ramen, doing stuff like that, going to really benefit them. That ball is just rolling on the ground. It's going to be game, and that is going to be St. Clair advancing to losers round 8, and it's actually going to be, very far into this one here. Now, we only need to win 3 more series actually to advance here. Now, the great matchup there, that's going to be against University of New Hampshire. They're going to be sending back home. Kent State will be our next matchup, but we got to actually take a peek of the bracket here. We might not be fully updated and along through it, but we can take a little peek of it. But with that being said, I mean, it's been phenomenal games here so far, and we are looking at it here. So McGill is waiting and ready, and honestly, McGill was a roster that, we lost to in game 3 of overtime?
Yeah, it was all 3 games went to overtime, and they ended up losing it in game 3.
So I mean, that's going to be, if we make it there, that's going to be the match that we need to win to qualify to get top 8.
That's a revenge match if I've ever seen.
100%. And it's going to be right now St. Clair Saints versus Kent State, and the winner of that game will go into the next matchup, losers round 9, and that will be either against Southern Illinois, Kennesaw State, or King Tornado. So big ones coming up here, but I will say to you, John, Kent State might be one of the hardest teams that we're going to be playing throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, they are definitely a prestigious school when it comes to Rocket League. Definitely are going to be a challenge. But, I mean, the last 2 series for St. Clair have been 2-0s. They haven't been easy 2-0s, but they have been 2-0s regardless. So I think going into this next series, I think they're full of confidence right now. You're saying, okay, we are winning these pretty handily. It wasn't like the upper bracket where they're going to game 3 every time. They are just 2-0ing, 2-0ing, 2-0ing. And when you can 2-0 other teams in your bracket, that's where you keep building your confidence up. And until someone else can take them down a peg, until they can take a game off of them, I think this loser bracket run is going to look pretty solid.
Yeah, it's looking solid so far, so good, and it's all up to Kent State, right? Kent State going to be a big game here, going to be very tough. We're still sticking with the best of 3s, no margin for error, and keep up the scrappy and aggressive play style from St. Clair. It's what's winning you games. Just don't fix what ain't broke, essentially, if you're St. Clair. You know, you're 4-0 on maps in your last 2 series, something that you haven't been able to do in a bit, and these are series that are like later in the bracket. These are good teams that you're 2-0ing, so just got to keep the pressure up, but we are going to send this one to a quick little break here before we do fire away with Kent State versus St. Clair College in losers round number 8. Stick with us. My name's Jax the Prep Brown, joined alongside John Bildbig Zudima, and you guys are watching St. Clair Saints Rock League. Be right back.